So let's start with today's class. I just want to revise yesterday what we have discussed. That's why I have not removed it from the board. So first, yesterday we learned about how to calculate or how to adjust the capitals in the new profit sharing ratio. For that reason, first we need to calculate the capitals as per new profit sharing ratio. In order to calculate that, first we need to calculate the total capital on basis of the new partner's capital. For this reason, we need to multiply the new partner's capital with the reverse of profit sharing ratio. Whatever is his profit sharing ratio, that should be reversed and multiplied to get the total capital. And once we get the total capital, and that total capital should be divided in the new profit sharing ratio, right? And once you distribute this in the new profit sharing ratio, then we need to check whether the new capital is greater than or less than the existing capital. If it is greater than the existing capital, then we call it as the case of the deficit capital, and the partner has to bring the capital into the business. And if the new capital is less than the existing capital, that means the partner is having surplus capital in the business and he can withdraw that surplus capital. And to calculate the existing capital, we should not refer the old balance sheet. You should first prepare the partner's capital account, and then you see what is the difference between the total of the credit side and debit side. Okay, so now on this concept, we have three problems, that is 14, 15, and 16. And today we will be solving those problems. So I request you to first come to problem number 14. Problem number 14.
Sir, your audio is mute.
Okay. Now can you hear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me directly come to the adjustments. First, Chandra has to bring 26,000 as capital, and you can see her share is 1/6, which is given above. That is, on 1/4/2017, Chandra is admitted into partnership for 1/6 share, and she is bringing 26,000 as capital, and goodwill of the firm is valued at rupees 14,000 and it is to be retained in the business, which means it is not to be written off. इसका मतलब होता है इसको write off नहीं करना है. Next is motor car and machinery are to be depreciated by 20% and rupees 3,800 respectively. That appears on the debit side of revaluation account. Then prepaid rent rupees 600, that appears on the credit side because it is unrecorded asset. Then provision for doubtful debts is to be maintained at 10%. Okay, let's check how to do that 10%. because I will explain you at the time of solution. Then the last one is very important. The capital accounts of all the partners are to be adjusted in their new profit sharing ratio, that is 3:2:1, right? So this is their new profit sharing ratio based on the Chandra's capital. Then if there is any surplus or deficit will be there, in bracket they have given adjustments are to be made in cash. Now, first starting with revaluation account. Please draw revaluation account. Revaluation account. First, two motor car. Two motor car in brackets 8,000 into 20 by 100, that is 1,600. Then two machinery account. Two machinery account. How much it is? 3,000.
800.
3,800. Then by prepaid rent. By prepaid rent. Then now PDD, let me explain you how exactly we need to calculate this PDD. What they have mentioned is the PDD is to be maintained at 10%. First, you need to check what is the debtors which is given in the balance sheet.
32,000, sir.
Answer first. In the balance sheet, old balance sheet, what is the amount of debtors?
32,000.
32,000. Okay. And he is asking us to 10%. That is 32,000's 10% will be
3,200.
3,200.
okay. So 3,200 we need to maintain. But what we need to see is we are already maintaining 1,000 rupees, which is already given in the balance sheet. That means how much we need to maintain more? We need to maintain only 2,000. We need to increase only 2,200 because 1,000 is already existing.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
in order to understand this, provision is a liability and now it need to be increased. Then it is a loss. So it should appear on debit side. 2 PDD. See how this should be written. We need to be very careful. First, 32,000 into 10%. 32,000 into 10% minus 1,000. 32,000 into 10% minus 1,000 because this 1,000 is already existing. So how much it will be? 2,200. Now, total. If you see, this side is greater than, debit side is greater than credit side, and the total will be 7,600 rupees. And here also it will be 7,600. Now, by old partners capital account, amount is 7,000. Okay, in that the partner number 1 is Mahendra. $7,000 into, what is his ratio?
Equals.
Well, equal partners, so 1/2. That means 3,500. And next is Surendra. Same, 7,000 into 1/2. That is also 3,500. Hope you have understood this. Keshav Rathi, your mic is disturbing a lot. So better you switch it off. Next. Hope you have noted down. Next, the very important account, that is old partners capital account. You need to please watch it very carefully so that you can understand it, because the capital, we are doing capital adjustment for the first time. Old partners capital account. Old partners capital account with 2 amount columns, that is Mahendra and Surendra. Mahendra and Surendra. Here also Mahendra, then Surendra. First, buy balance brought down. Buy balance brought down. Mahendra 80,000. Surendra 40,000. Mahendra 80 and Surendra 40. There is no reserve fund. There is revaluation, but that is loss. So on the debit side, I write 2. Revaluation account. As they were equal partners, I think we have distributed 3,500 and 3,500. Next. Next is goodwill by, and the ratio is 1:1. It is 7,000 and 7,000 because the total goodwill is 14,000 and it should be distributed equally. So it becomes 7,000 and 7,000. Now, next is, we have finished all the items which are to be considered. Now we need to make a working note to write this to balance carried down. Remember, to balance carried down is nothing but the closing capitals, and those closing capitals should be ascertained by the working, which I have shown you yesterday. Now, let's see. First, write the heading, calculation of new capitals. Calculation of new capitals. Under that, the first one is total capital. Total capital. You just tell me what was the formula to ascertain total capital?
New partner's capital into reserves of his.
Now what is new partner's capital in this problem? How much the new partner has brought in? Very good. Very good. How much?
26,000.
26,000. Okay. And what is his profit sharing ratio?
Equals
No. Only
One by
the
six,
share
sir.
of new partner.
1 by
Very
6.
good. 1/6. Reverse now. Now reverse of that will be 6/1. You are able to understand?
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Just tell me what will be the amount? One lakh 56,000.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
1,56,000. Now, next is, out of that, first one is Mahendra. Mahendra's new capital is equal to 1,56,000 into, you just check what is the new profit sharing ratio which is given in the problem.
3:2.
New profit
2
sharing
is to 2
ratio.
is to 1, sir.
3
Very
Three
good.
to
3
1.
is to 2 is to 1. Then what will be Mahendra's share?
78,000.
3/6. 1,56,000 into 3/6.
78.
It will be 78,000.
78,000.
Exactly, 78,000. And in the same way, next is Surendra's new capital. I will write it here. In Nikhil CK, there is lot of disturbance. Have control over your mic usage. Surendra's new capital is equal to 1,56,000 into 2/6,
For 52,000.
which will be rupees 52,000. Now, finished. we got both the capitals, that is 78 and 52. One is Mahendra's capital, that is 78,000, and Surendra's capital is 52,000. Okay. Now, after this, what we need to do is we need to take the totals. Okay. So now, first, try to understand. I said how to calculate the existing capital. Existing capital should be calculated by 87,000 plus 87,000 minus 3,500. What is the result? I think it will be 83,500. Just check.
Yes.
83,500.
500.
But what is the capital which is required? 78,000, right? That means what is the existing capital? 83,500. But what is required capital? It is just 78,000, which means that he has an excess capital of 5,500, which he can withdraw. Okay. So to withdraw, what he will do, I will tell you. Remember, to withdraw, you need to write to cash account, and remember, in brackets you need to compulsorily write balancing figure. How much it is? 5,500.
500.
Now I will tell you what is the meaning of writing balancing figure. The balancing figure tells you that this amount is not given in the problem. It is the result of taking the difference between two sides. ओके ये भी मौजूद था, ये इसको ऐड करके इसको माइनस करने के बाद जो बैलेंस मिला वो कितना है? 5,500. So that is the balancing figure, so that you don't search from where it has been taken. It has not been taken. It is the result of balancing. Next. So the total is 87,000, and here also 87,000. Next is total of this side is 47,000, but here it is more than 50. So I will write
50.
this total, that is 55,500. I think 55,500. Now let us check what is existing capital. See, 40 plus 7, 47 minus 3,500. How much it will be?
43,500.
43,500. That means the existing capital is 43,500. But what is required? 52. That means 52,000. This means that the capital is less because we have only 43,500, but required is 52,000. So the partner has to bring the capital. So partner has to bring in the capital. For that reason, we will write here by cash account. By cash account, and here also we will put balancing figure. So here it will be dash because we have already written here. So just check what will be the difference. I think 8,500.
8,500.
Exactly 8,500.
500.
8,500. Now मैं आपको एक छोटा सा इसमें और एक एक्स्ट्रा लेसन देना चाहता हूं. देखिए कैपिटल विड्रॉ कौन से साइड पे हुआ है? How much capital has been withdrawn and how much capital is brought in? Anyone?
Debit side withdrawn.
हाँ, डेबिट साइड विड्रॉन. तो इधर ये एक्चुअली आपको नहीं लिखना है, मैं इधर आपके लिए लिख रहा हूं, इधर माइनस. ओके, क्रेडिट साइड क्या है?
Capital brought
This
on.
has been brought in. This has been brought in. That means what you need to understand is the 8,500 rupees is the addition to cash balance. You are able to understand? the 4,000,
Yes, sir.
sorry, 8,500 will increase the cash balance, whereas this 5,500 will decrease the cash balance, because here the capital has been brought in, because that cash balance will increase. Here the capital has been withdrawn, so due to which the capital cash balance will decrease. Okay,
Yes.
because while finding out the cash balance, it will be useful to us. Now, let's start with, hope you have noted down this. If somebody has not noted down, please let me know so that I can keep it on the board. Otherwise, I will erase. Chalo. So, shall I think all of you have noted down. So, next heading, you write.
Sir, one second.
Who is that new person? You write Chandra's capital account. Chandra's capital account. Chandra's capital account. I will just dictate, note down. Buy cash account 26,000. Buy cash account 26,000. Balance carried down 26,000. Okay, so let's start. First, creditors 40,000. Creditors 40,000. Bank loan 8,000. Capital accounts Mahendra Surendra and last is Chandra. Mahendra is 78,000. 52,000. 26,000. And outer column 1,56,000. 1,56,000. Now, next is stock. Is there any adjustment for stock in revaluation account check? I hope there is no adjustment. Stock 39,000. Debtors inner column 32,000.
क्लास स्क्रीन सरस्वती बरे
Sahana, there is lot of disturbance. Please switch off your mic while you are interacting with anyone. Should I tell this every day? You should develop common sense. Less PDD 3,200. I think it will be 28,800. Next, land and buildings. Land and buildings. $40,000. Machinery. $36,000. Motor car.
Depreciation.
Yes. I understood. 36,000 less depreciation. I think it is 3,200, right? Or 800. $3,800. It is 32,200. 32,200. The next is motor car. 8,000 less depreciation. 1,600. Outer column 6,400. Last, cash at bank. Oh, sorry, even goodwill is there. First, goodwill. Because if you see, goodwill has appeared only once in the partner's capital account. Goodwill is 14,000. And last is cash at bank. Cash at bank. The initial balance was 14,000 plus he has brought a capital of rupees 26,000 plus how much cash was brought by Surendra? Just check. सुरेंद्र के कैपिटल अकाउंट में बाय कैश बोल के आया था, देखिए कितना है, देखिए वो
40,000
how much
40
सुरेंद्र के कैपिटल अकाउंट में, नॉट चंद्रा.
40,000 सर
नहीं बाय कैश बोल के है, देखिए सुरेंद्र में एग्जैक्टली 8,500. हाँ, इफ यू रिमेम्बर मैंने आपको उधर प्लस भी मार्क करवाया था एंड minus 5,500 which is on the debit side. This side total is 2,04,000. Asset side you check. Just check asset side total. Prepaid rent we have not taken exactly. Unrecorded asset था ना जो हमने भूल गए थे 600 rupees. So this will also be
2 lakh
2,04,000.
2,04,000.
हुआ है exactly आपका भी
Yes,
हाँ
sir.
सर
2,04,000.
4,000
Okay, so today we finish with this problem, and for tomorrow you have one homework. Complete again. You do 15th as homework, and tomorrow we will solve 16th. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, चलो bye. So फिर कल मिलेंगे with new problem.
सर कल भी ये